Welcome, everybody. Happy New Year, and welcome to the 18th episode of the Crazy Bookish Asians, where we review books that we want to read. So this session is my pick. And sorry, I should probably introduce us. We're four sisters by marriage and blood, who live in Canada. Some of us in the East Coast and one of us in the West Coast. So I guess first of all, we'll introduce ourselves. I'm Lisa. I'm the one that's by blood.
No, by marriage.
Sorry.
We never get this right the first try.
No, we never do.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay. I'm Lainey. I'm by blood.
Sorry.
Blood sisters. Blood sisters.
It's like Transformers.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's next?
Who's next?
And
I'll go.
it always happens too.
I know. We apparently after 18 episodes, we haven't quite
We
figured.
never learn.
We still haven't sorted it out.
Okay, I'll go. I'm Elle. I am the one from the West Coast. I am the oldest of the sisters by blood, but older. If it's like older.
I'm the oldest by marriage.
I know, exactly. Happy New Year, everybody.
And I'm Emmy. I am also by blood, the middle one. So I'm 25 years old. Elle is 26. And Lainey's 22. Lisa just turned 28. So
Yes, I did. Yes, that's right. That's correct.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness,
God.
darn.
So for this session, want to do a disclaimer. There will be spoilers. So just be aware. And all opinions are our own opinions. So, just for fun, we just like to review books and give our thoughts on it. So the book that I chose for for episode 18 is by Katrina Kwan, and it's called Knives, Seasoning, and a Dash of Love. Yeah, Dash of Love. Sorry, it's a long title. And it's essentially so this is the short description of the book, so I'll just give a short description. It's basically a spicy romance between the talented and hot-headed chef Alexander Chen, who bracket is his real name is Shang, and his new hire Eden Monroe, whose bubbly attitude collides with his sharp tongue. Can they make the heat between them work, or will their love be a recipe for disaster? So that's basically the short synopsis of the book. So who's going to review it first? I guess it would be Lainey, because she was
Yeah, because I went
the person who did
last the
last.
last time.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I just want to say that I wore my chef's jacket. That
Oh, I didn't even.
Oh, oh God.
You guys, I took some baking courses. I actually have a chef jacket.
Do you have a hat too?
It is.
Do you have a hat?
Oh my
I
God.
don't have with me, but I do have.
Are you like Alexander that you don't need a hat like to prove
You know,
yourself?
I know. I
didn't even notice.
like, what I have to do, I have to stand up and show. See, it's an actual chef jacket.
Oh, because it looks like a doctor's one too, like a doctor's jacket, right?
Well, okay, maybe I'm really gained some weight, so I can't even really button it up that properly. So it has to be like a blazer at this point. So I'm like, oh, I have a chef jacket. Let me wear it.
I was wondering what you're gonna wear because for everyone's information, Lainey tends to try to match her outfit to the book.
I do, guys. I try hard. So see, like this, a chef jacket. Come on.
She managed to do it.
She's consistent every episode.
I know. I was like, oh, should I wear an apron? I'm like, oh my god, I have a chef jacket. Like, oh god. Okay. So, okay. Now that we've established that I like to match with the books we're reading. Okay, so I enjoyed this book. It's not perfect. So like I liked some things about it. I did not like some things about it. I'll start with the pros. It's a quick read. Okay, first of all, guys, just I was also slightly distracted because full disclosure, we're moving, so literally I'm doing this on top of we're moving and everything. So it was a little stressful sometimes. It's like, oh my god, I kept telling my husband I have to finish this book, but I managed to finish it. So it was a quick read, so that's good. It was good. Like, I mean, it started off strong for me. Like, I mean, first of all, the topic of food. Also, as you can see, I love cooking, so I enjoyed that part. But I mean, not like I'm a professional. I wish they got more into detail about the cooking because I feel like sometimes it's like a lame. I guess just trying to be more layman's term. But I was kind of hoping it'll be more technical. I mean, it is technical some parts, but not really as technical. Just because I like to cook, so I was
Hmm.
hoping it was going to be more technical. So I guess it's like enemies to lovers, which is also my favorite. More like grumpy sunshine, I find, right? It's
Yes,
not
Yeah,
yes,
really.
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Not
Yeah,
really
they were.
enemies, yeah.
Yeah, they were
In
really enemies. So that's why I wish. So the grumpy sunshine thing, I don't mind that. I thought the spicy level was good. Like it was pretty spicy. I did wish it started off a bit sooner, maybe, because I feel like I was looking. I'm like, what are they gonna do? I'm like, they built the tension. They kept building the tension, the tension. I was like, come on, just do it. But then when they did it, it was kind of like okay, but it was like halfway through the book, which is fine. Sometimes I like it to start slightly a bit earlier, even like the kissing maybe, but it started off late. I'm just going through my notes. I like the side characters were also great. Like I thought they were funny, like the gay couple and the Asian girl. I thought they were good. They were good. Kind of side characters to add out, to like add comedic relief to them.
hmm
Shang, okay, Shang. Now, I mean, that's not really a secret, is it? Like that his Alexander's not as, yeah. You already mentioned it that
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he actually has a book. I mean, a chef kind of alter ego Alexander, but Shang, his transformation that from the like how they explained it, why he became like that. Which, and I find that it's good that they made it French cuisine because I feel like because that would be the snootiest out of all sort of in terms of being a chef and everything. And I guess like spoiler, he experienced like racism and everything. And I feel like every other sort of chefs I feel like are very international, but I feel like maybe okay, French cuisine, French chefs could be a bit more like traditionalist in that way that racism will like sort of because sometimes I'm like, in this day and age, is there still kind of racism? I did kind of question it because it's not like it's like a. But again, I think I bought it because it was French, and I do feel like I think French chefs are a bit more like purists in that sense. I guess I don't know if in terms of racist, but in terms of purists. So my con for this book. Okay, I found it boring. I feel like there was a bit of like it was just continuous like you could see them building the character but I felt like it was building it yet nothing was happening and some parts of it like so I find like I was kind of almost I almost wanted to skim through because like nothing was really happening. I thought Alexander was kind of cheesy too. Like sometimes I was like, oh my god! Like there's the point like, oh, she's gonna give my heart a cavity or a tooth. Like I'm like, what? They mentioned cavities a few times. It's like, okay, we get it. I know it's about food and stuff, but it's something about oh, wow, she's gonna give me cavities or something. I'm like, okay, we get it. Yeah, talking about cavities all the time. That's what I wrote. That's what I wrote in my notes.
Someone doesn't like the dentist.
Okay, I'm like, I get it. I was like, okay, you mentioned it was, but literally they mentioned it like 3 times or maybe even 4. I'm like, we get the we get the reference, we get it. So, here's another thing. Oh, I thought like there's just, I said too much time in the kitchen. I don't know, it's got boring. I don't know. There's some part when there are parts of it were just like there wasn't enough, again, because I thought it was enemies to lovers, but it was Grumpy Sunshine. So I feel like there weren't enough like tension really, because he kind of showed that he liked her right away. Like he started giving her gifts. Like I'm like, yo, you already have favoritism. Like this girl just started. You started giving her like gifts, like the knife set, which is hundreds of dollars. I'm
Mm.
like, and for me, I mean, if you were the other chefs in the kitchen, I feel like I would kind of get mad too, because you're obviously like, this girl just entered and there's obvious favoritism already. And then, oh, and here for some reason I said the arc didn't feel big enough. Like I feel like, spoiler alert, after that whole blowout in the kitchen where he's like, I'm out. Like that, right? That was what happened or something? You were like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I think after that, that's it. Like it was like there was no more tension between, like, I guess it was kind of just like they're trying to resolve it, but it was like he disappeared for a few days, and then kind of like he just came back all of a sudden when he was ready. So I felt like there wasn't enough of an arc. Like I don't know. I feel like I was expecting more like of a blowout. I don't know, like a bigger fight or something. So I feel like instead of this, it was more like, like it was just like that's what I felt like. But yeah, I think that's what I have so far. So that's what I think of the book.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay.
Mm.
Who wants to go next?
Watch me and Emmy talk at the same time. No. Okay. No.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, Emmy,
Oh
we
wait,
lost you.
we've lost her.
Me.
Oh,
Hi. Oh,
me.
yeah, she's
That's a
back.
sign. It should be L.
Eh.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah, I would go.
Al?
I might go in and out. Sorry, guys. It's just how it is right now. So there's like five
No,
of
it's
us.
okay.
Yeah. So
Yes.
All good. Okay. So should I go, Emmy?
sure.
All right. Well, I have to say it, like I'll just put it first that it didn't help, I think, that I read this at the heel of a five-star read for me.
Oh.
So that alone kind of like put this book at a disadvantage because I was coming from such a book
Is
hangover
it
or
a
a
butcher
high
and
from that
blackbird one?
book. Yes, it is.
Is
And
it?
it's a book that Emmy
Is it?
hated,
Is it
which
the butcher and
I
blackbird?
loved. It is.
Ah!
I have to read it. I have to read that book then. Sorry.
No, you don't
No,
have to.
yes, you do, lady.
Oh my god.
So yes, so for me that was a five-star read, a book that Emmy hated. See, goes to show our
You're
the
stuck.
range, the kind of books that, like, opinions that we
Yeah,
have
yeah,
here. So,
that's true. That's
but
true.
anyway, so that's what it is, right? So I love that book so much. I don't know why.
I
Do not
can't take you
shake
seriously
your
now.
head.
I'm just
When
joking,
I
playing,
was
joke.
Emmy's like, oh gosh, she'll be rolling her eyes. I was like,
No, I'm not like you. No, just
like, oh god.
So okay, so anyways, putting that aside, I'm really just focusing on this book. I didn't love this book. I also didn't hate it. Um, I think kind of like Lainey, there's some parts that worked for me and some that didn't. I think it was an easy read, like Lainey said, but funny enough, it was such an easy read for me that I can actually put it down and then pick it up later.
Like it
So
was easy to put down. It's like,
yes, it was easy to put down and easy to pick up after.
okay,
So,
okay.
so it was an easy read, right? So and I think like Lainey said, all the characters are good, like including the minor ones. Even Shank's parents, right?
Yeah, I
So
was gonna say Shank's parents were pretty funny.
yeah,
Yeah, I like them. I like the
so I thought
father.
that
He was
was
funny.
good, right? I'm kind of mixing and going back and forth what I appreciate and what I didn't like about the book. So I'm looking at my notes. I guess one thing that kind of bugged me is I didn't understand the whole thing behind the Shang transforming to Alexander. I mean, they did explain why that happened, right? Like, how the transformation between Shang and Alex. But then in my head, after I found out the story, and I'm like, that was it? That gave you the right to be an a-hole? Like, like you're just changing your name. But like, in his mind, I think that required a whole personality change as well, right? Because I don't know, Shang was too timid, and I don't know. Anyway, so that I kind of didn't fully buy that because they're like, okay, I get it. Like, how, I mean, I'm more realistic than you, Lainey. I know that racism still happens. You're right. I mean, I think regardless, like, so I think actually now, for me, actually now, I think it's more insidious sometimes because rather than full blown racism, sometimes it's the microaggressions that
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
kind of that kind of fly under the radar, right? So
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
that didn't surprise me, but I think what surprised me is like how he thought it's okay to just be an a-hole again, like just to change his name. So that was okay, right? And then I did appreciate that they tackled on a serious mental health issue, I guess, when Eden was going through went through depression. But sorry, I don't understand why Eden thought there will be a positive outcome when he found out, like when when she found one of her parents, right? So that was the whole thing about like looking for his parents. I I don't know why she thought it'll be a positive outcome because like what is there to understand? They left her,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if they didn't look for her all
Yeah.
these years, best worst, I mean, the not the best case scenario, but in the best of the outcome would have been they pass away. That's why they didn't have a chance to
Yeah.
live. But
We would have found out if they passed away,
I
right?
know,
Like, yeah,
right?
that's
But the fact that no one looked for her, and then the fact that she was surprised, and I'm like, girl, I saw
But I
that from
think
a mile away.
the way I interpreted that, it's just it gave her hope. I think deep down she kind of knew, but I think it just gave her hope to you know to to go
keep
on. I
on
don't know.
going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Keep
Okay.
that's
on
what I saw.
going.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I guess. But see, I didn't quite fully like that. But then it's quite interesting because I mean Eden's personality, like character, is not something I can relate with. But I appreciate how it shaped the kind of person she is, right? All her insecurities about relationship, about money,
Mm-hmm.
about all those things. Because I think, like her childhood, all her past experience shaped her. So I kind of did like that part. And okay, the steamy scenes I thought are just okay. Like yes, they're hot, but like I think it's almost run of the mill hot for me.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was gonna say like, oh, I like it rough, but I'm like, it was never rough.
I know. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. It's like he
I
would
want to
utter
hear
these
this.
words.
I was like, oh, like the king. What like dirty talk?
But
Excuse
there's
me.
no follow
Emmy's
through.
only had sex 3 times, one for
Oh,
each
you
child.
even
That's
have to
it.
say it. And I never
Oh
knew
God,
it was virgin
sex.
birth.
The
Sex. I mean, like
Please,
immaculate
please
conception.
proceed.
see when the birds try to talk dirtily to the bees, but there's no follow through.
Okay, sorry, she has
Much
it. My
better.
brother just looks at her and she gets pregnant. That's
I.
it. My brother looks
Oh
at her and she
God.
gets pregnant.
That sounds more wrong coming from
You just
you.
crossed the
Yeah.
line.
Ew. Ew. Oh, one thing I hated it when like I hated she uses sweetheart. I'm like, who's sweetheart nowadays? That's all right.
There might
Sorry
be
to
some
interrupt.
people. There might be
Okay.
some people who do
Just
that.
sorry to interrupt. Go, that's it. Yeah, like old like 70-year-old men, not like young
Or,
guys.
or unless you're a biker.
Sweetheart, hey sweethearts. Hey sweetheart. Sweet cheeks. I was
Some
like, oh
guy said
god.
sweet. If some guy said sweet cheeks to me, I might have to slap
Yeah,
him.
I know. Okay, guys, I'm not really a term of endearment sort of girl. It's like I was like, ugh,
Anyways,
God.
now that we've established that about Lainey.
No. Sorry,
Um,
go ahead.
yeah, no, um, I did like how the bad people got their comeuppance at the end, I guess, right? But I was
Mm-hmm.
kind of late too, right? Because at first I was thinking after when Shang like left and she was fired, I was like, okay, I was expecting real drama, but then nothing happened. But then I guess in real life, really, there's no in real life. That's what it is. It's not as if there's like extreme highs or lows, right? So, um, and I did like how I think you did get to see a true happy ending for them because they kind of moved towards the end, like they gave you snippets of what happens in the future, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, funny, and then that was the end of my thought. But then I guess like what you said, Lainey, about like lots of time in the kitchen. I think that's exactly it. I think there was something I was thinking. I can't quite put my finger in it, but when you said it, that's exactly it. The entire time was spent in the kitchen. You did it. I was out when, other than Shang and Eden going to see his
On
parents.
dates. Oh wait, yeah.
Yeah, but like so it's either that or they're in that pub with the friends or the bar, right? So I don't know, like not a whole lot of time. Yeah, I guess that you did see the date that they have in the aquarium, but really it did revolve around the kitchen. I did like the food
Mhm.
stuff too, but and I'm kind of like Lainey. I wish I saw more technical things because I love food, right? So so
You do?
that's what I know, right? So that was fun. So that yeah, that was fun. Anyways, I think at the end, like I said, I didn't hate it, but I also didn't love it. So it was sort of in the middle for me. So yeah.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you. Okay.
Thanks, Elle.
Thank you, Al. And now on to Emmy.
All right.
Emmy.
Okay, I didn't
Oh, the
actually.
Put on her
glasses. Tell me
No,
glasses.
about
Oh
I.
the
no, she put on her
glasses.
I'm
glasses.
old.
Oh
Okay,
my
leave me be.
God. This is me rolling my
Getting,
eyes. It's
That's
she's
like
like,
you
getting
every
serious. She's
meeting.
getting serious.
like,
So okay, no, I actually didn't have as much notes as I thought I would, but I actually did enjoy this book. So I guess I will start off with the cons because it's not really much. Like like I said, I enjoyed it. It actually was such a quick read for me that I actually had to pace myself. I'm like, okay, I can actually read this like in one day, but then I'm like, I'm gonna forget. So if I read it that fast, because I read it, I always kind of give myself a lot of time because I don't know how a book will be like for me. So I had to pace
Yeah.
myself. I
Hmm.
enjoyed it, like I said. So I will just start off with the cons. So the first part, the first 50% of the book, I really liked. Unlike you guys, I really like the kitchen scenes because it reminded. I don't know if you guys saw Anthony Bourdain's Kitchen Confidential,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
reminded me a lot of that. Even the personalities that was in there, and all the things going on with the with the bad people and the good people. Like I really like that scene, and I didn't think it was lacking in any technicality. Like for me as a layperson who just like took, I'm not a professional. I just like to cook. So I really liked how the author did that scene. But okay, so I said I would start off with a con. Okay, the 62% it went kind of downhill for me after they had the first time they slept together, and then they had the fight after
Hmm.
Eden decided to
Mm.
push him, right? To
Yes.
push him
Hmm.
about
Hmm.
finding out why,
Yes.
and then I'm like, they
Yes.
had the
Right.
Yes.
big fight, and I was like, what the heck? Like, I felt like that was so out of character for both Eden and Alexander after everything that they've done the first 50%, how really they're pretty upfront about how they were
Yes.
feeling. And then
Yeah.
suddenly that happened. I was like, what the heck? It's just
Oh,
Oh, we lost her.
no, 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 just your audio.
Yeah, just the audio. Yeah.
No.
No.
what's happening?
Anyways, while she's figuring that out, I can put words into her mouth. Yeah, because I know what the heck, what was that all about, right? Like that came out of nowhere. It's so out of character.
What happened? You should like rewind it. You're like,
I know,
so,
right?
so this is what Emmy's trying to say. It's like, oh my god. I think this might not make it to the cutting board because I feel cutting board, the editing floor.
You mean it will end up in the cutting board?
Let's see how fast Emmy comes back. First of all.
Uh,
Oh my god.
okay.
you hear me
Emmy?
now?
Are you back?
Can you hear me
Yes.
now?
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
gosh.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But I think okay. So just edit that out.
Go, continue. No, it's okay. It's
I did.
okay.
It's okay. I spoke for you,
Did you?
Emmy.
I
Emmy.
was gonna do my sign. I was gonna do my sign language. I was like,
Elle told us what you were
oh,
thinking. We got it.
so
She's
am I done
psychic.
then?
She's psychic.
No.
Oh, good. I don't have to say it. I agree with Elle.
Okay.
So
Okay,
yeah, so
go.
that, see, it didn't,
Continue.
it didn't like me ranting on my about my 62% fight.
Cut.
Yeah, so yeah, that part I
I'm
thought
done.
was so weird. Like it was just so out of character for
Yeah.
me.
It came
came
out
out
of
of nowhere,
nowhere.
and then they
Yeah.
Yeah,
had
yeah,
that big
yeah.
fight in the kitchen at the restaurant. Like Elaine, you dealt with that, like when that whole day was just so stressful for Alex, with Eden not
Yeah.
talking to her. I was just like, what the frick just happened, right? Like from that little question, after everything sweet that was happening before. So I didn't like that, and I did
Yeah.
think
Hmm.
Hector and Sebastian were such a cartoonish caricature almost of what villains are.
Villains.
Yes, I
Yeah.
agree
Like I
exactly
kind of
on
knew
that
you
one.
kind of knew
Yes,
what
yes. It's like one of
yeah,
those.
you kind of knew what
Oh,
direction
yeah,
their
like
character
yeah.
would be in. But
Hmm.
also kind of tying to what you were saying, Elaine, about the sweetheart. Like I thought some of the dialogues were so cringy. I actually highlighted some parts. Let me read it to you. Chapter
God.
20.
Okay.
Alex,
Must you
I
read it,
will.
Emmy?
So this is Eden describing Alex because I feel like Eden was always talking about how handsome Alexander was. Alexander is truly breathtaking when he deigns to try anything other than his permanent scowl. And then chapter 29, she's his ray of sunshine, his garden of Eden. Like, oh my gosh, like just those parts, like
It's like,
I didn't like, yeah, and also the sweetheart. I was like, it almost sounds to me, sweetheart is like a sarcastic kind of endearment.
yeah.
So I
Mhm.
also
Yeah,
didn't like that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
Right?
whatever,
Yeah. It's
But
like
you
it's
sweetheart.
know
so
what? But you
condescending.
know what?
Yeah.
He called his son Sweet Pea, which I thought was weird too.
Sweet pea is
No,
almost
Yeah, we
it's
had a
almost a
sweet
bit
pea.
better because you're calling your child that, right? So I feel like that's forgivable. But if someone
that's still
like
weird.
I find it very condescending. Like when old men will go, "Hey, sweetheart, can you help me with?" I was like, "Please, please." Like, so that's what it
I
reminds
know.
me of. I think that's why. But otherwise, I really did. I really enjoyed this book. You know what? It's innocent in a way. It reminded me of all those like high school. Like when I was in high school, we would read this romance books because
Romance.
I actually
Oh.
like the fact that
Yes.
it wasn't very complicated. The arc was what it was. Like there was no angst. Like there was really no because I don't like books like that. So I really like this that there was angst, but it wasn't anything that would like that I was kind
Wasn't
of
deep.
waiting
It wasn't
for to
like yeah,
drop, like it wasn't
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
It was just
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
even with her
yeah.
saving up the money and
Yeah.
like then finding with the mom, which I thought was yeah, like Elaine said with the mental health. Like I really like how the author,
Oh.
sorry, Ellie, how they did that part that the author talked about the depression that Eden went through, and even
Hmm.
with Alexander finally losing it. But even though you guys said, I think it was kind of not as angsty as you thought. I thought that was just the way they built up. Alexander was feeling all that stress from work with what Sebastian was doing, and then when he just finally lost it after that
Hmm.
thing, I was just
Mm,
okay. Like I
yeah.
actually like that. Um, what else? Like I like the characters. I love Eden and Alexander. I thought the fact that there wasn't a lot of mind games that they were doing. Like Eden, you can tell right away that they liked each other. And when I love that scene when Alexander came back after dropping Eden off, and Eden asked, "Oh, would you like to stay for coffee?" And then Alexander's like, "Oh no, no, we have that thing tomorrow." And then he went out, and then he came back. "Oh, when you with coffee you meant?" And then Eden just grabbed him. Like I thought that was good. Like, there was no angst. Like Eden just kind of went for it, and the steamy scenes were okay. Like there was nothing, like nothing mind blowing or anything. But I thought it was, yeah, it was just nice and innocent almost. Like I mean, for a romance, I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. That was it. Yeah.
No, but my thing with that is that they didn't. Okay, so a chef and sous chef getting together is really like. I feel like if you work in one kitchen, I feel like they would have questioned it a bit more since you'll be working so closely
Yeah.
together,
No,
like at work. I
but even
feel
with the
like
character is, I never thought of this book as anything realistic at all. I think just because from the
yeah, that's
beginning how
true.
the characters
Mm,
were set up, they're almost really like
Yeah,
idealized, like how Eden and Alexander were. So
like this
yeah,
best
so I
chefs. Yeah,
never
yeah,
thought
yeah.
of that as being weird because I mean, obviously, I've never worked in a
Oh,
kitchen
okay.
as well. So, but I just thought it was really like it was.
You're not wearing a jacket, obviously. Obviously.
that's why you don't know,
Yeah,
Emmy, because
I should
you
maybe
don't
I should
have a
buy the
You don't have
chef
the
jacket.
jacket
jacket.
then.
Yes, you don't
So
have the jacket, Emmy.
you know.
I know. Only the people with a jacket could speak.
But I just like, yeah,
I
like
was
I said,
like,
it was just like it was the right type of romance for me. Like in a sense that it wasn't. Yeah, like it was just innocent. I find it innocent, and like even I didn't find any parts boring at all. I thought the
okay.
story flowed as it should. Like seriously, it reminded me of Sweet Dreams, but just with steamy scenes. Like the Sweet Dreams romance I used to read like in elementary and high school.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
It was
yeah,
so
Yeah,
nice.
yeah,
It
yeah,
was nice to it's. I found it almost refreshing because before reading like I just finished reading Bret Easton Ellis, which is a complete opposite of what
oh
right a complete
sheesh.
opposite
Yes.
of that. So I think maybe that's why I really liked it as well. So it was just nice and innocent. Enjoyed it. Yeah. Aside for the cons, yeah.
yeah. Okay.
That's it. Thank you,
Okay.
All
me.
right, thank you very much.
Thank
Yay!
you.
Yay!
Oh yes, or the
Yay.
minor characters
Okay.
too. I really liked. Sorry, that's it.
Yes, definitely.
Okay,
Okay, so
Lisa.
I guess it's me. All right. So, I think first off, I kind of like Elle. I didn't hate it. I didn't like love it. I mean, I liked it actually. It was a very easy read, which is perfect, right? So I didn't feel like I was struggling through reading it, which was great because, the past couple of reads I have been a little bit. What I didn't like about this book, I didn't like the writing style at all. I did not enjoy it at all. It confused me sometimes because I wasn't sure who was talking, right? So I wasn't sure if it was Shang talking or was it Eden talking because it sort of got a little bit mixed in the book.
Yeah, now
So
that you said that, yes, you're right.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I was a little confused when I was reading it. Sometimes I'd be like, wait a minute, let me read this over again, right? So I did not enjoy the writing style. So that kind of took away my enjoyment of the book a bit. The other thing is, yes, 60% of the book, so that part where they had that fight, I thought that was really stupid. Like, it was like, why are you pushing him to tell you about his name? It's like, if he's not ready, then just respect it. Just respect it, right? And she should have apologized right away, but she took her time and then they had that fight in the kitchen. The whole thing was just stupid, right? So that was, yeah, that kind of, after that, I was like, oh man, right? I was sort of starting to dislike Eden, right? Because I was like, that's so stupid, right? But I'm glad that they also kind of resolved it finally. And, but relationship wise, yeah, there wasn't a lot of angst. So that was good because I don't like angst, right? Um, and the scenes, I didn't think they were like super spicy. They were okay, right? I expected it because they said it's spicy. I was thinking, okay, it's gonna be like these really spicy scenes. And I'm like, yeah, they're okay, right? But and I would agree that yes, Alexander Shang or whatever, he kind of spoke kind of cheesy, like some of the descriptions were sort of like, okay, right? But I didn't mind the sweetheart as much as you guys did. It didn't bother me as much, right? But I understand why it might have bothered you guys, so I can see that. Um, so yeah, so I enjoyed the book. I mean, what I didn't like was that fight, and then also the two evil characters, Sebastian and Hector. They were just so like cartoonish, right? It was just like ho ho ho, like one of those, right? And the yeah, like a little, just what it was like, right? So it just felt like a little bit okay, right? So I just felt that was like a little bit cartoonish, like did they really need to be part of the story, like I guess they kind of did, right? But I don't know.
Like
Yeah,
Hector, yes, maybe like the redhead guy, because he's in the kitchen. Like Sebastian was kind of like whatever, I guess. I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, you don't expect the owner to always be all owners to be nice, right? But they made it so she made it so cartoonish. It was sort of like, okay, this is a little bit ridiculous, right? Just a little bit ridiculous, right? But yeah, no, in all, like, I mean, I enjoyed the book. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I liked the epilogues that they had, so that was really good. I really enjoyed that they sort of tied up the book well, so that you knew what like happened to them. So which I like sometimes, right? So that part I really enjoyed. So the last part of the book, like the two epilogues, I really enjoyed that to see like the baby and the kids. So I really, I thought that was really sweet. So I
I'm
enjoyed
assuming
that
they're
ending.
setting up Rena's story. I feel like they were kind of setting up her story with the last epilogue, like, because when she's like, "Oh, I'm single. You guys are so
Yeah,
lucky."
maybe.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
that's right.
yeah. but
Yeah,
I really liked the side characters. That's the
I
other
do.
thing.
Yeah.
I liked
Yeah,
all
yeah,
of them were
they're
really
good.
nice. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed all the side characters. So
Yeah.
Even
yeah.
that
Yeah.
girl that Alexander was sleeping with in the first,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bea,
yeah, I liked her
Bella.
too.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
What's her
yeah.
name?
Bay or
I
something or
was B.
B.
You know what?
Bia.
Because I pronounce it like, in Filipino, you say Bea, right? So I called it Bea Bea. I was like, I like her too.
Yeah. Come
Bea.
on.
But
It's
remember, I think
Bia
there's
or
a
B.
Filipino thing, Bea Lucero or something. That's what,
Oh, is
that's
it?
that, yeah,
Oh,
right? So that's how I
right.
pronounce it in my head. I like her.
Here's my other note. I don't like it when they show the characters sleeping with other
I know, I
characters
agree, I agree. But
before.
she's
Like,
okay. But she was nice.
yeah.
But
That's
you know
no,
what?
but I
In this
think it
story,
is
I
just good.
understood it though, right? I understood why they did that, right?
He
So
saw parents from before he hooked up. Like, I feel like that would. I feel for me, it's like, oh my god, the thought of the other girl already like shuns, deters him from sleeping
Uh,
with other women. But now it's like you still slept with her.
I know,
It's
but at
like,
least she didn't go into detail because I was like, oh my god, I
Yeah,
better
yeah.
not see
I
details.
guess
Yeah,
that's
she
true. That's
didn't.
true.
Yeah, no. But funny you talk Lisa talk about the writing because like at one point too when they're talking about like Shang's parents, like Shu Hong did this, Shu Hong did that. I'm like, okay, I get it. The mom's name Shu Hong, like like
Who's the dad and who's the mom? Because I know there's Lee is the dad.
Lee is
I
the
don't
yeah,
dad, yeah.
know.
Lee is.
It's
So what I
You're
didn't
like,
so
understand.
racist,
Okay,
lady. So
you
racist.
know.
It's so obvious who the mom and the dad were.
no, it's
But you know what
not.
I didn't but you know what I didn't understand? Okay, so this is where I thought it was really weird. So both the parents were born in the States or whatever,
Yeah.
right? So they're like second generation or maybe even third
yeah.
generation. What I didn't understand is why they were named with, and I'm not being racist, but it just doesn't make
You
sense to
are
me.
being
You're gonna say
racist
I'm
something
not.
against your
I'm
own
not.
race.
I'm Chinese. Hello. I just don't understand why they were given Chinese names. That just, for me, that just, I felt that was a little bit weird because
But
a
it was the
lot of
time
times,
they
like,
came too, right? They came when they were born in the States. It was, it wasn't like they were born in the 70s or anything. They were born like pretty much the same as our parents, I'm assuming.
I thought you
so that's
guys.
why
Oh my
I thought
god.
it was,
What?
so I just thought
Yeah,
it was
Lisa,
weird. I
tell
know,
Lisa,
but I just thought it was weird
you
that they
guys
all
have
had
a
Chinese
Chinese.
names because I
Lisa
don't have a
tried to tell
Chinese name.
Lisa. Lisa,
I don't have a
see,
Chinese
that's
name.
where Lainey's going. You racist, you.
So I'm just pointing out it's weird. It's just weird. It's just weird.
God, I'm totally being racist now.
No, I'm not. I'm totally not. I'm just pointing out the fact.
Chinese name. I thought there is common to have a
Yeah,
Chinese
Lisa,
name.
your parents
No,
gave the
it's
kids.
not. It's not. No. So I don't actually have a Chinese. I don't have a Chinese. I have a Okay, so I have a Chinese name, but the thing is,
Yeah.
on my birth certificate is my English name. What I'm talking about is that the fact that they're not
Oh.
that their actual names are the Chinese. Do you understand what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so it's not like
Oh, they don't use
um
American. Like they don't use like a
yeah,
like
yeah. So
Right.
that
Yeah.
that's what
Filipino
I thought
name.
was weird, right? Now, I don't I mean, I have a Chinese name, so to speak, right? But my birth certificate has my English name, is what I'm saying, right?
Oh.
So I'm assuming that their
Maybe you're
birth certificate,
ashamed. You're ashamed.
Alexander's birth certificate says Shing, right? So
You're
I just find
ashamed
it.
of Alexander. He
No,
changed his
I'm
name.
not. I'm not. I'm not at all, right? But I just find it weird, right?
I know. I know. It was confusing. I'm like, who's Sue? I was like, who's Lee? What's the other name? What's the other name?
Oh, at some point, because they kept saying Shu Hong did this. Because I
Oh,
figured they introduced the mom already, right? And they
yeah.
repeated it again. I'm like, wait, the mom and the dad had the same name, Shu Hong.
Oh my god, guys, we're being so racist right now. I'm Asian. This
Oh,
is Bookish Asians.
but talking about Asian, I love that scene in the restaurant when those girls wanted to give the number to Alexander. I love
Yeah.
that scene when, and then they ask,
Oh,
"Oh, where's he from?" And then Eden's like, "What do you mean?" I love that scene so much. Like,
Yeah, I've
very
had
I
that
expressive.
happen
know.
Yeah,
before. I've had people actually ask me, "Where are you actually from?" I'm like, "Canada."
Ah.
Right?
yeah.
Like,
Garnet too. Yeah,
where
I
were
know
you born?
Garnet.
Where were you born? I'm like, Toronto.
Yeah,
Like,
oh my
because I've
God, we
actually
did
seen it
experience
happen
that.
with Garnet too.
Yes,
Like,
yeah.
they'll be
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, for sure.
and then it's
No,
like, no, he
but
was
remember,
like
Emmy,
literally.
I don't know if you remember Emmy and Lainey when we were in Amsterdam, right? So this old gentleman were asking us, we're like, where are you from? I said, oh, we're from Canada. Like, no, in your heart, where are you from? We're like, Canada. Like,
It's
True.
Oh God.
But that,
I
you
know.
know, that scene
Yeah.
was
What,
pretty,
your
I like
heart's not in
that.
the Philippines?
It's
I
realistic, right?
know. I
So,
know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No,
I
it's because I've been asked
did
that, so it's very
research.
realistic. Yeah, I've been asked that before. Like, where are you really from? I'm like, Canada, right?
I know.
I'm like, I was born and raised here. Like, I'm Canadian, right?
well,
Oh,
I'm
I
But my
did
saying for,
research
background,
who she's talking about. I was like, ooh, they're kind of hot. They're hot. The names, the references she made.
Oh, which one?
Emmy, I can't hear you.
Oh, we lost Abby again.
oh no.
I thought she was saying some names,
me
some,
now, can you hear?
yeah, yeah, some
Yeah.
singers. She was saying some
Yeah,
singer
no, I
names.
think after she said those names, though, I think that's why the book became better for me because then I could picture Mingyu as Alexander.
Um,
I was like, okay, if it's Mingyu, then I can see why she wants to give the number.
mm,
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, Ming.
Can we talk
I
about
missed
that now? Because he is such a perfect Alexander. I even have his picture up
hold
already.
on. Okay,
Oh, well,
let me
let's see.
see.
Let's see.
That's the one.
Well, you picked like, the
Oh.
cheesiest photo ever.
Okay,
Let
so
me see.
Oh, he's cute. Oh yeah, he's cute.
Oh, okay,
Oh, yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. Okay. And what about the
no,
girl?
I
They
have
didn't
no.
really describe her.
No,
They just said she
like
was short
you,
and.
you know
She's
who I
pretty
have in
nerd.
mind for Alexander. I know I
Yeah,
was
who?
trying to see. It's funny, all the Asian actors that comes to mind. Oh wait, no, they're Korean. Oh wait, no, they're Japanese. Like trying to
It
find
could
it, trying to
be. I
find.
know. Wait, is
But
Lisa?
it's.
Lisa's done. We're doing the characters now.
Oh my God,
I was
sorry,
like,
sorry,
Yeah,
Lisa.
I'm done. I already said I was done.
oh, you
I'm
did?
done.
Okay, sorry, sorry.
I'm
Continue.
done.
Mingyu. I was like, wait, is Lisa done?
God.
Sorry, we
I'm done.
hijacked
We've
your
already
thing.
talked about the weird names in the books.
Yeah,
We're done.
after we like became racist and
I
like,
know. Racist. I'm just pointing out it's weird.
all of us are racist in our own ways.
Speak for
I
yourself,
suppose. Yeah, that's right.
and then watch me get cut off again.
Oh
So who do
God.
you think of Alexander? Al.
Oh yeah,
It's
L.
no, I'm not gonna say the equalizer because there's no.
No, I know, like the equalizer. Oh, you know the actress from the
No, no,
equalizer. 1,000 times.
no, I'm not going to.
Every
But
episode. Every episode now.
Oh, the equalizer. All her references from the equalizer, the
no,
TV
okay,
show.
not this time. That's what I'm saying. Not this time, right? But
Okay, who?
I
Who?
was
Who
kind
is
of
it?
picturing the young version. The Asian guy from Chicago Med. Do you guys watch it?
I used to,
No,
yeah.
Yeah,
I
no.
don't remember
his
though.
his his name is Brian T.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I
Brian,
think I know who you're talking about.
how do you spell
Yeah.
the last name?
Yeah, T a
Oh,
younger version,
Oh, yes. Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Brian
Yeah.
Oh,
T. Oh,
well,
guys,
let's
but I
see.
did read somewhere. This is like a Raylo fanfic too. I think
It is.
it's yeah,
No.
like just the dynamics. Some powerful,
That's why
kind of
I
like
liked it.
Oh.
yeah. That's why you liked it. I read it somewhere. They're like, oh, it's a Raylo fan. It's
Oh,
a
jeez. No
Oh
Oh.
my
wonder. Okay,
gosh.
You know the
everything
author.
makes
The
sense
author is a
now.
ghostwriter,
Everything
right?
makes
You know the
sense.
author is a ghostwriter, and she's an actress too. She's a
um,
ghostwriter and an actress. Yeah.
right. Oh yeah, yeah. She's a ghostwriter. Yeah, yeah. So it's like I think it's a Raylo fanfic. Okay, you don't quote me on that, but I read it somewhere that it's like the dynamics is very Raylo, I guess.
That's why
Oh,
I
Brian
love
T.
Ellie Hazelwood, right? Which is all Raylo, so that's why I like this book.
yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah. Brian T. Laney.
Brian
T. I.
T.
T.
T. Yeah.
Oh,
I
She
see
just.
that. Yeah.
See, can you see it?
Yeah, yeah.
I
is
think
he?
he was on an episode of
Oh yeah, he's
uh,
hot.
Yes.
uh, the Baby Daddy or Daddy Baby or whatever that was on ABC, and he was a chef and he was mean too
Oh,
on that episode. Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
he was.
See?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of chef, I mean this. Okay, I know it's a Raylo fanfic. It remind. I mean, I know we're talking about characters now, but I forgot to mention earlier. Have you guys seen the movie Chef? This is what reminds me of, like a little.
Oh.
No.
yeah. I've
With
heard
Is
about
Jean,
it. I've
that
never seen
John.
it.
Oh, John
No.
Favreau, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what
Oh
it was. Like,
yeah.
yeah, because that's
Oh,
what it was
okay.
too.
Who's
So
the
that's
girl
why I
in it
was
Oh.
wondering
again?
if this was based on it. It's called Chef
No, the
because
girl,
like
the leading
John.
lady. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
No,
oh yeah,
there's one
Is it
too. There. Oh
Catherine?
no,
No,
no.
not Catherine. Is that Catherine
Catherine
Zeta-Jones?
Zeta. That's another chef
Oh,
movie too, I
okay.
think.
Or
oh
maybe
yeah, no, that's another
that's
chef
the one I was
movie. Yeah,
thinking
yeah,
of
yeah.
then.
Anyways, okay, so yeah, so I just wanted to say that.
Yeah. Okay. Every time there's an Asian character, obviously I like him. I think of Henry Gold. What was
I
it?
know. Oh God.
But he's too skinny though.
I gotta diversify. I
I
gotta
No,
know.
okay, so they did a movie last Christmas. So I was actually imagining Henry Golding and like Amelia Clark as the girl.
Amelia Clark.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Oh my God. Those two are probably perfect. Yeah. I wonder if
yeah,
the
for
author
the
was thinking. That makes so much sense.
could
Those
be.
two. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but Emmy, I
Yeah.
know that's why you like it. It's a Raylo
Yeah.
fanfic. That makes
That explains a
Total
mm,
lot.
sense.
yeah.
Okay, do you want to go on to ratings then?
Yeah, we're
Wait,
going
How long
ratings.
has it
Are
been?
we
So
no.
Lainey, you first. What do you rate it?
wait, we're ratings now? Okay.
Wait,
I give
how
it
long?
oh, we're 45
Okay.
minutes. It's okay. We don't have to be all longer than an hour for all our reviews. I give it 3.5 stars.
Okay.
Yeah, 3.5.
Yay.
I enjoy honestly, yeah. The beginning was slow, but once it kind of like picked up, it was okay. But then
Mm-hmm.
again, as I mentioned, my cons, so 3.5.
Okay. L.
L.
I think this really falls in the middle for me, so I give it 2.5 stars.
Okay.
Yay. Emmy.
And I liked it, so
Maybe.
I'm gonna give it 4.25. So it'll be 4 stars. Yeah, yeah, I
Oh.
really like that.
Ah.
Yay.
Lisa?
And I am going to give it the same as Lainey, 3.5.
Okay. No.
Yay.
Okay. Emmy, your
What's
pick.
our
All right.
Yes, what's our next book?
Oh God, what are you gonna
So it's
subject
not a
us to this
surprise. Well,
time?
this is also about
I'm
well,
like,
the last book, The Knife Seasoning and Of Love is about food. So this one's also about food, but not romance. So
Okay.
it's Butter by Asako Yuzuki. It's
Okay.
butter,
Ah.
and
Butter.
the description is if you like food and serial killers. There you go. It's based on a true to life story in
Mm.
Japan.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
okay.
gonna borrow it from the library.
Yes.
there's no cannibalism or
I have no
anything,
idea
right?
actually. I have no
Oh
idea.
no.
Most likely there is. If there's a chef involved and there's killing, it's usually
Yeah, I
cannibal.
have no idea.
Usually some eating involved somehow.
But it's
But
I
a
love when
lot
you
of
say
people
that. There's
really
some eating
a lot of
involved.
people really like this book, so I'm
okay.
Okay.
excited to read it.
Oh wait, guys. So we were kind of toying with the idea of doing mostly just either Asian authors or not Asian, like BIPOC
Yes.
characters or BIPOC authors. Are we gonna stick
Authors,
to
yeah.
that? Are we gonna do that?
We'll try. We'll do it as much as we can then.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Or
I
Canadian authors too. Maybe.
I know.
Yeah.
And
So,
oh,
so
and Canadian
Yeah.
Canadian authors.
okay.
Yes.
So what do
Yeah.
we do? Okay, why don't we set it up for 2025? We'll try
Yeah.
either
Yeah.
BIPOC authors,
Mm-hmm.
BIPOC characters, or Canadian authors.
Or
Okay.
Okay.
Canadian characters.
Or Canadian characters. It's like okay.
Canadian setting?
Like, oh, like, you want a bounty? It's
Probably hockey player.
Hockey.
Like a hockey player.
either a mountie or a hockey
Oh my God.
characters. Okay, fine. I guess if it's set in Canada, it's fine. Oh my God. It's
That's pretty much.
Oh my God.
okay, so okay, guys, these are 2020. Okay, we did a solution earlier too, so this is gonna be the Crazy Bookish Asians communal rule resolution for 2025. We're gonna do either BIPOC authors, BIPOC actors, Canadian authors, or Canadian characters. Oh my god! Canadian characters. Like,
Oh,
but
good
yeah,
Lord.
oh
Oh
god.
God.
Hopefully, maybe we'll do. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna do some a story about some people from Manitoba.
No,
Or what about the
exactly.
Yukon? The Yukon.
The Yukon.
And then those, like the hero is
A
Newfie, and
Nunavik.
then the
Nunavik.
Oh, so okay, what if they're from Canada originally and then moved somewhere else? And they moved to the states, which is most of
As long as they mention Canada somewhere in the book, we will pick it as well.
Yes.
exactly Canadian setting. Just say the person's born in Canada.
LA or
We're there.
Toronto or Vancouver, we will pick that book.
We're there.
Yes. We're there.
Okay, guys, those are 2025 rules. We already influenced my friend Candida. Well, I should have. Maybe we'll have guests too. Maybe in the future, because she read this book. She's like, because I guess she read our. I guess she watched our episode and she read this book. So, well,
Oh,
yeah. So I should ask her what she thought about it.
we influenced one person.
We did
Yay.
influence one person. Okay, sorry. My stomach's hurting now from laughing. I think that it is this the conclusion of
Episode
crazy
18.
crazy bookish sessions crazy bookish sessions. I can't even talk. Episode 18. Thank you. Happy New Year again. I hope everybody's
Yes.
having a good start to 2025 and can't wait to see you guys next month
Yes.
to talk about butter.
But
Butter.
And don't forget to like and
Oh
subscribe.
yeah, like and subscribe. Okay, bye guys.
Bye.